Yo. Welcome to a small guide for, in my opinion, one of the most fun Jag-free category extensions, which is all open orbs. And yeah, I want to show how it works, what you need to do. So basically the route and also the file setup you will maybe need. Yeah, let's get into the file and let me explain what you will need, which is also kind of essential for hero mode, like regular hero mode. Need to calibrate my sticks real quick and also get rid of my memory cards so I can kind of show what you need to do. I also have my splits open so we can like figure out where to go. So yeah, what a file you will need. Basically all of those upgrades are kind of important for regular hero mode. Most of the vehicle upgrades are not necessary except unlimited vehicle turbos. That one is kind of necessary, that one is not important, so yeah. Here you also need nothing. Yeah, hero mode obviously you will need it. Turbo jet board, very important. Unlimited ammo, invulnerability, unlimited dark jack and light jack. Those are the most important things you will need for hero mode. For this category you will probably only need unlimited ammo, invulnerability and turbo jet board, and also unlimited vehicle turbos. And obviously the weapon upgrades. Everything besides that is just, if you wanna have it, you can have it. Otherwise it's not important. For the file, you wanna have 0 orbs, which just makes it easier to verify, and at least 4 skull gems. You will get a good amount during the pickups from the orbs. You will most likely get a good amount of skull gems anyways, so if you start with like 0 on this category, it's not a big deal. But for hero mode, you will need 4 skull gems. And I will also explain it later. So, let's start. The first important thing is, yeah, you have kind of options which way you go. Also, let me go into here, into debug real quick. So I can also show off some different things easier, and if I mess something up I can also explain it better. So you have the first option to do this hover here. You basically, I will not pick it up real quick. So, okay, I forgot this will happen. Let me go back to get this real quick. So the first thing you can do is this hover. It is kind of precise, I will not actually attempt it now. But you wanna go like in the middle of this rock here. So if you go through it, as you can see, the counter goes down. If you go too much to the right, Jack will die. And if you go too much left, Jack will bonk on those, well, seats and also on the rock here. So that is one thing to keep in mind. The second hover I will recommend if you start out with it, which is also in my opinion way easier, is just doing a boosted here. Get up here easier. One side flip and do a hover into this direction. I will probably mess it up, yeah. But if you go over this and through this here, as you can see the counter goes down and you will make it. Just need to hover a little bit further so you don't mess this up. So what I like to do here, you can technically hover straight up and get the mission flag. What I like to do is go up here first, get those 3 orbs. You can also do this in the next mission and just drop in here. So here you wanna use the yellow gun, the gyro. And that might be actually too slow. And if you shoot the second gyro, just hover up. I kinda messed it up now. But usually you would hover up. And in the meantime you can get it up here, get the orbs, go back and use the nuke. Okay, that's not the nuke. I messed it up anyway, so we'll just... do it like this. It's actually very bad now. Not a big deal. But yeah, you wanna like end on a 6 so you can shoot a nuke. And basically end the mission from up there after shooting also gyro. I think there is a hero mode tutorial by Wotan where he explains it way better than I do. And also I will skip this down phase now by just dying. And after this we get to Spargus, which we will get 53 orbs, and I will obviously show where you get them, and which is basically the best route you can do. And there's also a couple things you need to be sure about, which I also will explain. So here you can do this, and basically skip getting the cleaver mission where you have to defeat the rats. So now you spawn here, and the first thing you want to do is technically punch board. I kinda messed it up. And basically hover up here. I will show it again, just so you know how it works. It's not really warmed up, so... yeah. So you want to punch board. And kinda hover up here. And get this orb here. From there on, hover up here. And get this orb in there. And make your way to up here. And as you can see, we get more skull gems, so if you don't have skull gems on your file, it's not a big deal. So now you want to drop down. I kinda missed my hover there. But what you usually do is drop down here and basically hover up and get this orb. You can do it in one motion where you still be on the jet board. Yeah, so now you come down here, get this orb, which is in those bags. Our 8th orb, I guess. Then you just want to hover up to this part here, where is our 9th. There you go. Do a side flip and get on this rail. And just follow this path. There you get another 3 on this rail. And drop to this roof. Here you should end up with 25. And from there on, just hover up to this roof. Here. There you go. Also, I just realized I don't have music on. It's kind of boring. So let me turn on some music here. So, drop down here. And make your way into this corner. When I started, I always missed this orb here because I always forgot it is here, but yeah, just go on to here, do a punch board, side flip, and hover up to this. And here comes probably the most annoying part, which is the throne room, where you also have one restart orb. When you go down, I will show what can happen if you mess it up, because it really has a pretty annoying timing and can also end your run. So, from the elevator and get to this here and get this orb. I like to punch board here to jump over to this orb. Here you should have 30. From there on, make your way behind this water wheel, where is another orb. and behind the throne, and here in the water. So, now we get to the elevator restart. I will quickly save over my file. Let me use a different memory card for that actually. I don't wanna save over one of my important files. There we go. Yeah, let me use this file. So I can explain what happens if you go down and restart too late. They also unplugged my controller, that's cool. So, when we go onto the elevator and we restart too late, okay, my controller is not calibrated, there we go, and I would restart now, there is a chance I might get it, but most likely I won't. Yeah, because I'm already too deep. So if you do this, you will... Okay, this actually worked. It is not the hardest timing. You have a little bit, but most likely you will end up getting back into the cleaver cutscene and end your run. So let me try to do it real quick. So if you go up here, you go like that. Let restart now. Yeah, there you go. And now I'm in the cleaver cutscene and have to do this. And this basically ends your run. Because now you have rats, satellite, I think cleaver race. Yeah, and that is so much time lost that it's not really worth continuing the run. So if you wanna start out with this, I recommend just going down first or making a practice file up here and just kind of practicing the timing. So as you can see, maybe you heard it, I briefly heard the elevator go, and from there I pause and restart mission and spam X. And now I should spawn outside. There you go. This is basically how you wanna do it. As soon as you hear the elevator go down, pause and restart mission. This kinda guarantees you to actually get it. And yeah, so after this, as you saw, you will respawn in front of the throne. Just do a punch board, side flip, hover up here and press circle to do the jetboard attack where you can get it. So from there, we want to make our way to the marketplace where we get the first orb here and the second one here. So the first one is in between those here, and the third is, the second is on this one, and the third is right here between those palm trees. So from there, just make your way up. With a hover you can technically get up here, but since it's kinda a slope, your hover is slower and you gain less height. So jetboard, circle attack gets you all of this. And from here, side flip and get onto this roof. So here you have those crates where the next orb is in. What I like to do is either instantly drop down, probably faster is first up going to this one, grind up here, get this orb, and oh, it's actually kinda annoying here. And then get it here and hovering back up. You can decide how you wanna do it. Yeah, the next one is on this rail. And as you saw, after I jumped off the rail, I instantly did a hover to get onto the roof. Do it again. Basically like that. And from here, drop down to this. The next orb is in here. Here you should have 44, as you can see. From here, hover to this side. Yeah, here I actually recommend using the jetpack, because you get so many skull gems that the game starts to lag out. Drop down. And do a hover up to here. Most likely you will not get this bounce here. And from here just drop down, get a speed boost of the slope, hover up to this roof, and get this orb. Get this one, and punch board to this one up here. I'm gonna do it again. So you see, get this orb, punch board, side flip. That one up here, like to spin here, just to be safe. Get this one, punch board, jump up, get this one, triangle, and drop down. From here, you wanna go to this cliff and get this orb right up here. Punch board down and hover up here to get this one. You can, if you start your hover earlier, you can go over it and get it with a circle attack and instantly like drop back down. If you don't get it like that, just punch board down. Here you wanna get a high jump off it. I wanna do it again so you can see. Punch board down, side flip, and extended front flip up here. Punch board down, extended front flip, get this orb, and then just go up. So now we have 54 and only 2 are missing. Those are back at the beginning. Why we left them here or at the beginning? It is just faster since you go or get them on your way back. The first one being up here, which you can get with a circle attack again. Go down, and this orb here is tricky. Since my quality isn't the best, you can kind of see it in the top left. Let me actually go off so I can kind of show it. There it is, kind of spinning. I wish my quality was a little bit better so you could actually see it. I also don't really have anything I can show it with right now. I will just use my BRB text. So basically where my BRB text is right now is the orb. It is kind of tricky to get, especially when you go fast. You can technically get it with a hover like that. If you go too high, you will just bonk on it. You can just hover up and get it like that. A different way, which I used to do it, is from going here with a extended and concussor, and you kinda get it. So now we have 56 orbs. We are basically done with Spargus. Now we go to the desert section. From here you wanna get the dune hopper and make your way to the cave. For cave skip I will show off the way I do it. There's a way you can do it with the wave concussor, which is probably the old way of doing cave skip, or a older way. But the way I do it includes one hover and yeah, the wave concussor. So jump out and get on your jet board, make your way to the cave, hover up. You don't need the highest hover, since you will still most likely like bonk. So you just want to land up here. From here on, do a concussor high jump. Kinda get behind here out of bounds. Can I get out of here again? Yeah, I forgot I have debug on. So you kinda wanna land over the cave on this one here. Concussor high jump, okay, never mind, that was not one. There you go. And get over here. So from here on, you just wanna follow this path. And as you can see here, it ends. If you drop down, the cave is right below you now. So what I like to do is jump, get on a jet board, and you're in the cave. And here on, just side flip your way into the cave, because once again we get more orbs here. Kinda important is to hover here so you don't bonk onto this, because for some reason there are invisible walls that stop you with your hover, like that. You will see it better on the next one. So basically, this will happen. You just get stuck here and fall down. So you kinda wanna, yeah, there you saw it again. I got like kicked off again. So what I like to do is just punch board, land here and jump up. Now you wanna get this orb. Basically this one first, then this corner, and here, or spin here. I didn't know I punch board there. But yeah, here you have 64. And then you just wanna restart mission, which puts you back to the car, still in cave, but back at the beginning. You just wanna drive out, like turn around and drive out again. Here you can just do this, drive out, easy, boost, jump. And for the islands, 2 ways. I will show my setup for island hop. That's how I usually get it every time. Except I mess up my lineup. So you see the torch in the background. Like, let me make it a little bit bigger. This one right up, yeah, above my BRB text. There's this torch, and from there you wanna like go in between the rock and the torch. So like this. Yeah, that's kinda embarrassing. I started my boost too fast. But I guess you get the idea. Let me try it in one motion. So I jump over this, stop my boost, and start boosting here. As you can see, there you go. And this is how you usually get it every time. I rarely fail it in runs. I'm gonna show it off again. So I jump over here, stop my boost. And there you go. From here on, just do normal driving to the temple. And if you are familiar with Dex Warp, you gotta do this. I will also explain how to do it. Important to note is it doesn't work on PS3. PS3 can't do Dex Warp, which is kinda unfortunate. And if you are running this on PS3, just drive normally to the temple. Yeah. So what you wanna do is with the Dune Hopper, you can get low jumps by pressing L1, you get normal high jumps. If you press it right after your jump again, you get those low jumps. So what you want to do is do a low jump, okay, not like that, do a low jump, boost, and go in first person with R3. So it would look like this. But yeah, you also need to go a little bit further away from the island, but also not too far away, otherwise you won't get it. That is also important to know. So I like to do it like this. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, because I actually had no speed. Okay, yeah, there it worked. It is not too hard to get into it. I will look if I can find a better tutorial, because my explanation for that is, well, something else. But yeah, definitely be sure to check the description. And yeah. So, now we get to the next part, which is Temple. Temple is pretty easy. If you are familiar with hero mode, you will kinda know what to do. But I will try my best to explain how to do it. So, usually I just drop down, because I don't know how to do it with the platforms. But what you want to do is get on this, well, bounce pad. I actually forgot the name for that. And you can get another jump to gain extra height. If you combine it with the wave concussor, you get a little bit more height, as you can see, and you want to do it like this. I'll show it again. Okay, I was a little bit too far away from it. But there you see. So this part is kind of scary if you start out with it. What you can do is... there are multiple ways actually. There is one where you do a roll jump, like this. I didn't get my spin, which is kind of fortunate. Like this. Then there is wave concussor jumps, like this. There's also a way with a jetboard. I'm not gonna show this one since it's actually kind of difficult, but there's also a way with a boosted, where you do boosted. Okay, I actually got a ledge grip here, which is lucky. And basically, yeah, those are the ways you can do it. So from here, actually I don't want to have my weapon here. Get a jump like this. As you can see, the other part deloaded now. So the upper side and the desert are deloaded now, which is important. So if you get the black screen here, you did it correct. Because if you jump like this, you want deloaded. So you kind of need to get a low jump here through this. So from here, make your way down here. And we wanna go slightly left, not too much right, also not too much left. So kind of this angle right now works. Get your jetboard, side flip, and hover, and keep your camera to the left. This will make sure that the side here of the temple loads, get a free fall, and land up here at the rotators. Usually you want to land on the second one. There is the first, second, the third, so the middle one, and drop down here and just die. From here you spawn on the right one, drop down, and here comes a slightly different, complicated part. Right in front of me is a cutscene trigger. If I trigger this, the run is over. What we want to do, actually I'm gonna save, so we be sure I don't mess it up, just in case. So what you want to do is hover, get a little bit speed forward. You don't need to hover high, like that. Actually, I instantly did the motion that you would do. If you go onto this platform up here in the middle, you will also trigger the cutscene. So what you can do is, if you don't, well, you should know the hover for this category, which is really important. But yeah, if you don't want to do this, you can go to the side here, do an extended and just drop up here, another extended, get up here, and just concussive jump to this side. But if you're familiar with the hover, I hope you are, what you technically want to do is, after you avoid the cutscene trigger, side flip, and hover to the other side. So from here, go this way to the door, and just let it close. What will happen now is, our mission tree completely changed, and we are basically almost done with the game. Now you can see Rescue Seema Temple, and all of Act 1 and Act 2 are done. So from here, get this orb, and make your way up to this, where the light eco is, and just do a circle around here, getting all these orbs. Go to the middle, not jetboard attack, and get this one. Here you should have 74 now. Another hover. This vase here, and this one. Do another hover to the other side here. Get this vase. And to the checkpoint trigger. So, now hover up to this side here. And this is where you would go to rescue Seem. Obviously, we don't want to do it, because we don't want to do Act 3. You want to go to this bridge right here and do an extended front flip here. Well, technically you can also do it like with a normal front flip if you go further enough. You just jump over it and get this orb here. From here, we don't want to go to Seem, just restart mission. And very fun is, this will put us right in front of Temple again. And we wanna go out. From here, just jump up here. Wait a second. I didn't know there is an infinite jump ceiling. That's interesting. Anyways, you wanna like jump here, go up here, get your Peacemaker already out, jump up, and get those 3 orbs out here. Just destroy the car, and that is the entirety of Temple. And now we come to this part here. Don't get into the car like the game is trying to tell us we should. Just go to the carrier. And now we get to the more complicated part, which is the entirety of Haven City. Haven has a good amount of orbs. And the first thing you want to do is technically like go right from the carrier. So if you come from the carrier here, you just want to roll jump, punch board, do some side flips to this part under the bridge, high jump, and circle attack. This will get you this orb, which is right in this corner here, like right up here. There would be an orb. Let me actually try something to make my game look a little bit better. It looks a little bit brighter, that's better. So from here, side flips, and also front flip. Do this part here, high jump up, get this orb here in the corner, trying a reverse to go here. Next orb is right here, that's the 84th. here, more side flips to make your way around us. In this category you will be using the jetboard 90% of the time, so definitely be sure to practice your jetboard movement. Just kind of messed this up while I already said it. So the next orb is behind the silo in a box, right here. Circle attack it and move on. The next orb can be annoying, depending where the guards spawn or if there's gonna be an enemy. Right around here. Behind. It's good to mention, it's at this jetboard minigame, or a side mission, in this corner here. I also like to forget this one from time to time. Next orb also can be annoying. Go up here. And that's why I say it's annoying. I actually rarely get this jump. If you don't want to do this jump, you can also land like this. Get it like that. Drop down with the jetboard. Make your way to sewers 2, but go to this side here first, behind here. This corner, another one. Even though my splits say 88 here, you want to have 89 here. And just punch down and go to sewers. Sewers 2 is pretty annoying at the beginning and also kind of difficult. I will try my best to explain how it works. So, first you want to do is roll jump and roll jump to stand here. You can see those pipes right in front of me. I like to use them as a lineup. Not like this, a little bit more to the right, so it looks like this. And you wanna hover over this railing, like this, and drop right here. So again, line up, hover, and it's kinda difficult to see when you need to drop, but I like to count until like 4 to 5, which lands me usually either here, here, or here, depending on my angle. So what you want to do if you land here, just punch here and make your way down. This gives you the checkpoint in case you die. Just spam your weapon. Here I also like to use the gyro. Actually hit enemy. Use this rail, jump up here, and make your way through those gates. You will take no damage, so you can just jetboard through them. This rail is a little bit harder to maneuver on, as you can see. But what I like to do is, let me go all the way back so I can show it again. They will come from here. What I like to do is get one jump and then do a slow hover, drop it, get a side flip, and from here you wanna go into this. A good lineup is here. You see those 3 lines. We'll use my BRB text again. This one here, this one here, and this one here. Basically in between this, so if you get like this one here, just jump up here, drop down and go up here. This one, those 2, and this one here contain the orbs, so you want to ignore those 2. And those are either ammo or skull gems, I don't actually remember. But yeah, just drop down again. And I like to hover back up. So to destroy those, you don't need to get the ammo, obviously. And hover over this barrier here. This one actually, as you can see, is kind of forgiving when you actually hover over it. So all of this is solid, but up to here it isn't. So like the third row is completely pass through. So if you hover up, a little bit of speed, can still get it like that. Those gates are already open, so you can ignore them. Also this here is open, so you can just go through it. If you don't want to go like this, you want to be a little bit faster, you can do a fairly kind of difficult hover. Which is basically this one. I also got a very weird angle. But yeah, like this. And you land in front of this door. And you can just go in here. And this is also Sewers 2. At this end you should have 92, by the way. I completely forgot about to say that. So just punch board in here. And you're done with Sewers 2. Now in my opinion, the most annoying part is your way to enter Sewers 3. As you can maybe see, I have 8 minutes and 50 seconds here. Because of mostly bad weather. Because I usually tend to get lightning here, so it kind of makes my game lagging. But yeah, make your way all the way around this, up to this point. As you can see on the map, kinda, is this gray point right in front of me, which is the zoomer you wanna get. Like, right here. So, please don't kill me. What I usually do is do a uppercut to land over it and jump onto it. What you can also do is, if you can see it, single jump and you land on it. From there on, just get a zoomer. And also it's lightning again, this is very cool. Make your way out of this area here. Since luckily there are no orbs. There we go. And now we're out of this area. Sadly, we have thunder again. So I assume it is my fire. But well. This part is gonna be very fun to explain, especially with the lightning now. But as you can see here, we go to free camp. We have this platform here. With the jetboard, it is solid. If I stand on it, I just fall through it. So what we wanna do here is, you can do a triangle turn and do a side flip, and you get a jump for whatever reason. If you combine this with a one high jump, like this, you can see you get really much height. And if we combine this with a hover 2, we can just go straight up in a line. Which I like to do here. So in the middle of this pipe, do this and hover up. As you can see, you land on there. Like this. From here, go into the, well, on the right one. There you go. Go into the left one, I mean. And get those orbs. I sadly don't really have a good way to explain how to actually get it perfectly, especially now with the thunder. Gotta experiment with this and definitely practice those rails. There are 3 in total, 1 here, 1 on this side and 1 in the distance here. Make your way around here. In here is not an orb. Short, no orb, but in here. So try and attack this to get those 2 orbs. 102 we should have now. And this is probably the most annoying rail, to actually get all the orbs in one motion. Even though it's only 4, but they have such a weird height. Also in here, 1 orb. This boxes you can completely ignore, but I'd like to get them. And then this rail. And then just drop down. From here, go up here, turn around, and this rail. After this one, get off your jetboard, drop down, and get a swap. Here you should have 117. And from there, make your way to this corner right here. What's in here? Once again, another orb. So, now we have Haven Port completely finished. And now we get to, well, the battlefield, I would say. So, make your way through it. Just simply ignore all of them. We are back here. And get this orb here in the corner. From here you can make your way all the way up here. Get this orb rail, drop down. And this corner here. Yeah, from here, if you're still on a jetboard, you can just triangle turn, side flip, and hover up to this orb. From here you can just jump down again and do this. If you don't want to do the hover from here because, well, enemies can be annoying here, you can triangle turn, side flip. You can see too many enemies, kinda annoying. And just climb up. Then just drop down again. So, the next orb. Right here. Hey, where did you come from? Tricky. Is this box. Jump up. Punch bot down. Funnily enough, they are already in my way again. And grind up this rail. So from here you get this orb. Get out your wave concussor. I kinda messed this up now. What you wanna do is double jump, spin and shoot, and you will usually land up here without a ledge grab. And yeah, make your way to this. This one here can be annoying. Get rid of that one. You can get us in a motion if you come from here. You can side flip, jump up here, and you get to this rail. If you want to be safe with that, which I can understand, because this is really annoying, or you can just simply stay on here, do a side flip, and yeah, just go onto this rail, drop down, and get this orb here. 126 here now. So we have, right now, 43 orbs left. And here we get another one. And now 10 orbs left only for this area here. Until we reach Suez 3. And right here in this corner, another one. Jetboard. And get onto the roof. As you can see, here's the orb. Cheat my way up here. Get this one, punch board down. Or if you're still on a jetboard, just, well, side flip down. And up to this roof. Orb right here in this box. I have way too many enemies here. Yeah, make your way. This part here can be annoying, as you can see, enemies are here. But the orb is down here in the water. Get up. And New Haven, probably the most annoying area because of way too much lag with the enemies. But here we have the next orb. For whatever reason, Zoomer dropped them away. Just hover up. If you don't want to do the hover here, you can also go in this fountain and do a extended up here. From there on, we make our way to this direction. And onto the fountain. And here, punch bar down. This orb for me, for some reason, often deloads. There you go. It's deloaded. Loaded. Deloaded. And loaded. Just grab it. From here on punch board, not punch board, but high jump, get on this rail, and drop off once you get it. Turn around, and make your way here. Into this area here. Start your hover like here, so okay, never mind. And if you miss this orb, I don't recommend actually doing a hover here. And just do a concussor high jump. You can see the orb is there. And you get it. From here, do a hover over this wall. To get to the other side, next to this tree. There it is. Overload. And 173. All the orbs for this part now. Now we get to Suez 3. Suez 3 is kind of forgiving, it's not really difficult. But what I like to do is ignore all of them. And there you go. This is basically the motion I do. I will show it again. Actually, let me die so I get a perfect spawn for it. What you can also do is like this. I actually got a really weird front flip there. Okay, that was a bad motion. But you can also do it like this, technically. Wait, was there an invisible wall? Just hover from here. You land up here. So. Here we have another, I think it's 2 orbs. No, 3 orbs. And from here, just drop down. Okay, I got a bad angle for that actually. But there you go. Usually you can technically also drive up here. But yeah, if you come from down here, you can side flip. And get here. The Zyphals has found a really cool strat for Suez 3. I will link it in the description. I will not do it here because I'm not a big fan of it, since it's kind of difficult. But if you want to check this out, it's in the description. So what I do, go all my way here, ignore them, and do my hover from here. Get up here, so we don't spawn the flying enemies. Okay, usually I would get a hover here. Like this. So side flip. And get another hover, but you can also get it with a normal jump. From here, hover over this gate. And you basically skip this. Also important, since if you, I think, get a cutscene, the other part won't be loaded anymore in total. And you're stuck in Suez 3. You potentially have to go the other way out. Which is really slow. From here, just hover up here. Didn't get the other one. This one here. 143. Suez 3 is done. From here, restart mission. From here, just go back. Just backtrack it. Try to ignore those enemies. From here, side flip. And out of Suez 3. Now we arrive at the beginning where we actually got into Suez 3. From here, just punch bot out and make your way to this bush here. go around this one here, because now we get to another cool rail orb. What I like to do is, onto this one, high jump up. Get those two orbs. Go into this corner here and get this orb. So basically I will do it again, so you can see what I did, how it works. Stop. So from Suez free punch board through the bush, circle attack to actually get the orb. Jump up here. Get those two, circle attack. Way too many enemies. Around here to this one. Get this orb. And now the cool part starts for Palace Runes. So what you wanna do is, do a hover over this thingy here and drop out of bounds. Be careful not to go inbounds again, so be behind this wall here. And basically hover up here. And now you skip the white barrier. Get orb here. In this corner. So it's basically this corner here. Next to this blue thingy at the pipe. Where you will get it. Continue your way around. To this one here. So it is right here. Make your way a little bit further. Completely missed that one now. Here it is. At the red light here. Why there's so many? Go away. So from here, get back on the jet board. Make your way up. Get a orb. Need to get off the jet board. Get this orb. 152. Now 153. I extended front flip over to here, to this corner, and get this orb. So it should look like this from here again. So go up here. What? Okay, that has never happened to me. It's interesting. So get this orb, drop down. Get this orb here, punch board, side flip, then front flip here, get this orb. And yeah, usually land back on the railing, punch board. 2 sewers, 1. 153 orbs before entering. Important. Alright, Sewers 1. There is one checkpoint trigger that can mess you up completely and probably also end your run. So I will show how to do it without hitting it. From here, basically wanna get on your jet board, side flip, hover over here. It's not necessary, you can also just hover into back up, but I like to do this. You land like in front of the vent, or the airlock rather, where you can get it. So what you can also do is just do a slow hover and drop in here to get it like that. So in front of this door, get back on the jet board, side flip, get rid of those two and make your way to the sewers. Side flip here, drop down, hover and get onto this rail. Get up here and get this orb. Yeah, these two orbs here. They're also important, I often forget them. drop back down on the rail. To avoid this, just go left and high jump over it. I will show it again. Because I know how annoying those can be. So again from here. Get those. Turn around. Side flip. Onto here. And high jump like that. So you always avoid getting hit by those. From here. I like to jump into here. And usually I get hit by those fans, so I can get a perfect angle to get up here. I'm gonna show it again. I hope this doesn't freak me up now. So, make your way down here. Not like this. Also not like this, but well, that works. What you can also get is a hover through here. Like this one is not solid. And this is probably the most optimal way how you can get it. Because you will land up here. From this side it is solid. But yeah, just be sure to not go this way, like this way here. Because this will actually give you a checkpoint and mess up your route. So from here, again. Can also get it like that. Because then you will just land down here, it's not a big deal. You can just hover back up here. Make your way like this. I like to take it like on the outer rings. You can just ignore them. And from here, be sure not to die. So punch board. If you get a right angle, you can get bonked into here, which I usually like to do. There we get my... If I do it like this, I can also get it like that. From here you can just continue all the way up. Get those two orbs to 157 and just drop down here. And I knew this would happen. This is actually really bad now. Hope I can kinda save myself. Kinda expected this to happen. So I hope I can recover it. Just... No, I can't get the door back open, can I? Let's see if it works. I hope it does. But usually you would start back at the elevator here. Okay, it still works, good. Okay, but from here you would basically start in the elevator again. Just punch out and punch back in. Which finishes you Sewers 1. So from here you get to Palace Ruins now. Palace Ruins, still difficult. I will try my best to explain it. Get this orb right here. Hover back out. And make your way to the other side. Get this orb here. And get this side mission here. This side mission is used for BTR skip. I will also put a link in the description that explains BTR skip if you want to know more about it. And just hover into this with the side mission still active. There you go. Just make sure the enemies won't spawn. And you can also skip BTR. From here, as you can see, no enemies. You can just ignore this. Make your way around here, take out the wave concussor, just in case. Because this surface here is really weird. And make a way back. From here, getting those 2 orbs, I will also take my wave concussor again, just in case. Get those orbs. And hover to this side. You can use this beam here. They point to actually line yourself up. I like to use Lightjack Fly here, so this is also why you would need Infinite Dark Lightjack. Get this orb. Get those 2 behind here. I missed that one. Actually, those 2. And this one here. And this is all 169 orbs. aka all open orbs. All the other orbs are from side missions. And I will just show you the rest of Palace Runes and BTR. And Dark Ship, Terraformer and Final Boss are pretty much self-explanatory. I will also leave a link. Actually, I don't need to really show Dark Ship. I will also leave a link in the description for Wotan's Hero Mode tutorial. Since Dark Ship, Terraformer and Final Boss are basically the same as in Hero Mode. So from here, hover to this point. Okay, I'm glad I'm debug. Don't die in Palace Runes, otherwise the enemies respawn. So from here you can either do a hover back to the side like this, or you can also do what I often do, just in case my hover doesn't work. Extended front flip. And make your way to the end. I will also show the easiest way for BTR. For BTR and Palace Runes. Since you can do the Hero Mode Palace Runes hover, which would be here. So aim for the power here and hover like that. As you can see, this thing on the left here drop down, and this is Palace Runes. Alright, from here, BTR on foot. You don't have the car, so jetboard your way around. Like this. From here you get free cam. This is not from debug. This is for whatever reason from standing here. Hover like that. Come down. Free fall. Make your way like this. So do a hover here into this gray beam. And if you see this loading, pause, restart mission. So once this loaded, restart mission. This will load a bit now. And you will spawn here. From here, high jump, side flip. Like, drop my hour here. You didn't even give me hour. More unfortunate. So what do you do? Side flip, high jump, side flip. hover through this. Okay. I will get dropped. If this happens, not a big deal. Just do another hover here. To go over here. And another hover here. Luckily it didn't drop it. And drop like this. Be careful not to land in this, otherwise you die. There you go. This is BTR. Not my best explanation for it. But yeah, this is basically the route for all open orbs. If you have any other questions, be sure to leave a comment. If you want, you can also join my Discord. You can also join the Jack Speedruns Discord in case you have questions. I'd be glad if I can answer them. If not, there are also many others that can answer your question or explain something if you don't understand something. And yeah, with that, I hope this quick guide was helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like. Maybe if you want, also subscribe. If you want to see more guides for certain categories. And yeah, see you.